Another fucking regression manhwa? Didn't you make a video saying how much you hate them? How shitty their writing is? Your last 3 videos have just been only about regression. Yeah, I'm a fucking liar.
She wakes up early every morning just to do her hair now because she cares, y'all. Her day wouldn't be right without her makeup. She never had makeup.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if my taste is getting worse or if I had a stroke and I never knew about it. Do you remember the first time when you found a manhwa that was good? Not good in a feeling sense, but good in a writing sense. It has actual character development, has a decent plot, good villains, good characters, and quite possibly the most important point of all, a good story. As years go by, you slowly read all of the good manhwa. And now all you have left is to trickle down into the sewer and find the sloppiest regression, cheat, level 99 system, gotcha, Ohio Riz webtoon. And then sometimes when you're lucky, you find a diamond covered in shit. You can wash it and clean it, and you can even fucking polish it. You'll get a beautiful diamond at the end of it, but you'll never get out that shit smell. It's a diamond, but at the end of the day, it's still a regression manhwa. The name of this diamond and shit manhwa is Absolute Regression. In this regression, he doesn't actually die. He pulls it back to the future storyline and goes in the past. The main character, Jeom Mugek, honestly, for the sake of your ears and for the sake of my dignity, I'm just gonna say Mug. It's much easier and probably more respectful. Mug is a second son of the Heavenly Demon. His father runs the Heavenly Demon Divine Cult. You could think of the cult more like its own village. It's not nearly as big as a kingdom. It's not small like some Charles Manson shit. Think of his dad as basically the Hokage. In his past life, he had unlimited potential, being the son of somebody so important, while also having access to the best training. But he was pretty fucking lazy. Never really tried until something happened. Hiwamugi, god fucking damn it. Hiwamugi, fuck me.
Wamugi.
Another exceptional martial artist, killed the leaders of the 3 strongest factions. The leader of the evil path, the leader of the righteous path, and lastly, the Heavenly Demon, which is Mug's father. Hiwa is basically considered the gold of martial arts. In a world where there's Kobe, Shaq, Wilt, shit, even Tim Duncan, he is Michael Jackson. He is Michael Jordan. Or, for some people, LeBron. That's debatable, I don't know. In a world where there's Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, he is One Piece. That is non-debatable, by the way. The way he killed his father was pretty fucking horrific. But Mug didn't have a problem with him killing his dad. The problem is how he did it. He massacred the whole cult while doing it. He was basically Jim Jones. Everybody else in the cult is basically the People's Temple. It's April 1st, 1997, and he's the Hell Bop.
At the end of the age, I'm afraid I feel is right upon us.
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
Comment. If you know, you know. Anyways, he killed children, women, people who didn't know anything about martial arts. He even killed all of the fucking dogs in the cult. That's the most sinister society shit I've ever seen in a manhwa. If the main character had a goldfish, he'd cook the goldfish and not even fucking eat it, just to fuck with them, just to waste the food. That's what Mug had a problem with. Not really why he did it, but how he did it. He knew in the world, if you acted like a demon, like his father, like many of the cult members, you'd be put down like a demon. But the people who didn't have to die ended up being the ones who died. And he hated that. So for once, the revenge and the regression is less about his selfishness and more about righting a wrong. Mug knew he couldn't beat the man as he is now. It's not gonna fucking happen. He found a man who could send him back to the past, but there was a problem. He needed some of the most rarest treasures in the world to make his bootleg DeLorean that could send them back. So years and years go by until finally he has all of them. He went back to the man. Instead of the man asking for a normal payment, he asked him to do one thing for him when he went to the past. This is quite possibly the most important ask any man could have, and he asked, make sure I don't marry my wife.
You gonna do it for Dale? Do it for Dale.
What'd you say?
Praise hell and praise Dale.
What the fuck? Mug agrees, and he's sent to the past. His mind full of wisdom is put into his young body. About 21 years I've lived. I think probably about the most important thing that I'll never get back is time. Constantly chasing things as fast as you possibly can, so when you're old enough, you can finally have enough. Being able to go to the past whenever you want to is a pretty good hook. I think that's why most people like Regression Manhwa. Part of it's probably because all the mistakes and hardships you went through in this life, you get a chance to live a second life without making the same mistakes, knowing when you're gonna die. You may know when that one girl who said she was gonna call you never ends up actually calling you. You may know when there's gonna be a massacre and do everything in your possibility to change that. Or you could be selfish. You could put all that in the back and worry about yourself, your feelings, your money, your family, your hopes, your dreams, your shit. And you kind of see that in this comic. Mug is taken to the past and reliving his life when he was in his 20s, understanding the fuck-ups he did, and a father who never really showed him any attention or affection he was actually able to relate to, because Mug is realistically in his 60s. He's able to have that different perspective in life that many people don't have until they're older. He's able to see people who maybe he judged too harshly in the past in a whole new light. Why they do what they do and what becomes of them, while simultaneously changing these people's fates. A lot of other regressions don't do this really well. It's not like this is Shakespeare compared to the rest, but they actually give it, thoughts. You see Mug actually doing things with purpose and less because it's the cool thing to do. Mug realizes the only way that his code is going to survive is they change. If they give up the corruption, they become better leaders and actually have, a moral code. And well, guess what? It's pretty hard to do that in a fucking cult, let alone a cult that's named the Demonic Cult. But it's still, at the end of the day, an OP regression comic. There's fights, there's adventures, there's trials. It's fun. There's sexy women and also some pretty good looking men, just saying. There's actual thoughts given. Nobody's bad because they're bad. You get to see him work on relationships that he had with people who didn't really get a shine in his own past. He's actually able to change people and in the process change himself. It's changing his mentality on what he wants in life. He has to deal with all the corruption, underbelly shit in the cult, kind of realizing that the problem isn't necessarily the person who wronged him in the past, but it possibly being some of their own people. I never really read any of the light novels of any manhwa I've ever made on this video. I could just give you my opinion on this, and you could form your opinion based on my opinion. I'm making a video on this purely because I want y'all to actually read it. It only has 57 chapters. It's ongoing enough for you to finish in honestly one sitting if you have that dog in you. The best fucking art I've ever fucking seen. I just want to say that hands fucking down. I know I say that a lot in my I say fuck a lot. Holy shit. Some of his best work is in black and white, but he just recently transitioned into color, and I don't know if he's been practicing, but he really got proficient with that shit, with digital painting. I don't know who gave him the fucking digital paintbrush, digital pencil. They did a good fucking job on us. I'm just gonna say that. He is definitely in my top 5 manhwa artists as of right now. And funny enough, the other artists all dabble in P. That's all I'm gonna say. They just dabble in a certain letter of the alphabet called P. And actually, funny enough, I made a video on a P comic, which you can click right here and see it. YouTube restricted it, so it didn't get any views. So if you want to check that out, go for it. But that's basically the end of the video. I'm probably gonna do a lot faster paced videos like this. So if you like it, I'm trying to put out more content, and please subscribe.